Yo, YouTube, we back with another video, man. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go ahead and dive into the charts. I bet. So, of course, you already know we're looking at Bitcoin how we normally do, right? And if we take it and zoom out on the daily, we can see that Bitcoin has already been in an uptrend since November of 2022. It's been continuing to rise towards the upside, and we already know this, right? So, for anybody new to the channel, we usually just like to start off by looking at the grand scheme of things as far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the leading cryptocurrency, which means if Bitcoin is pumping or is very bullish, the altcoins tend to do the same. And let's go ahead and dive and just see, really where we at right now. So basically, we've been in this parallel channel between 60K and 71K for the last 100 or so days. If we take our measure tool from here, from the start all the way up to now, it's close to 110 days of ranging price action. It's been a 16% move, around 16% move from the bottom of the range all the way up to the top. So if you were able to catch some of these lows right here at the bottom, they would have been nice buys for you. If you were bearish and you caught a sale right here, right here rather, you would have been in profit at least 16%. If you did leverage, you would have been up more. And if you also chose to go right here and it's trading it to the range low, you would be in profit right now. But because Bitcoin is clearly bullish, as I just said, from November of 2022, I've been personally been looking for buys because that gives me, the biggest chance of making money. Once you enter sales like this, when the market is bullish, you're really counter trend trading, and I don't like to do that, mainly because I've been burned in the past a couple times. And once you go through something so many times and you don't like it, you want to change. You want to make a change. That's just me personally. I don't know what your situation is, but we're going to keep it rolling, right? So, as I mentioned in my previous videos, we talked about how the 67K area was supposed to be a good area of support, right? If I can click right here, was supposed to be a good area of support just due to the constant bounces that we got in the past. But as you can see from the previous week, we were able to break through this level. Actually, starting here, we recovered well, but ultimately ended coming back down, breaking through this level, retested this level right here, and then continue back towards the downside, right? So this has a couple things are in play now. We could eventually drop down to this range right here, which is going to be around the 64K area. Basically, where we're currently at now is a good support zone, mainly because of here. You see all these areas right here where price decided to reverse at. So if I erase all of that and I just draw, like, let's just say the line from right here, you can clearly see, all right, this is a nice area where price likes to interact at. Now, for me personally, I'm just really waiting to see how the daily candles like line up. If we're getting how can I say this? Like more of a slow, like, okay, it's testing this area, it may wick down but come back up pretty quickly. Then this area right here, which is the 64K area, 65K area, might be a good range of support. Ultimately, though, how I'm really seeing this zone, this parallel channel, is that, okay, we broke 67K, which was really a critical level as far as this parallel channel, and was really the mid-range, per se, of this channel. Is really like 65K, but then again, we broke that as well. So naturally, it's okay to think that, okay, if you break the mid level, 9 times out of 10, you could possibly be looking to come to the range low. right? Which is going to be our 60K area, anywhere in this range between, I'll say 62K all the way down to 59K. Anywhere in this range, if we get a good test and maybe um a bounce off the zone, I think that could uh cause for a good buying opportunity, right? And that's just what I'm seeing right now, guys. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. As y'all can see, the S&P closed, Nas closed. Uh, we'll check in a little bit later just to see how they're doing or how they did so far this week. But from what I'm seeing, guys, it looks like we're definitely poised to come down to the 60K area, right? And so, what are some options if we really don't hold that zone? It's a lot of possibilities that can happen if we don't hold that zone. So let's just look into it, right? And just see, what happened. So we broke up from this area right here of consolidation, and this area really lasted for 8 weeks. So damn near 2 months of consolidation before bursting up towards the upside. So it's been 8 weeks. From those 8 weeks, we basically got 6 weeks, but within these 6 weeks, we rose 73%, right? At least. If you added leverage, that would have been different. So, cool. If you added leverage, that would have been different, right? So now we're in 15 weeks of consolidation. And so one of the beautiful things about it is the more you consolidate, the more poised you are for a large move. Like if price is just moving like side to side, 9 times out of 10 it's loading up to shoot in a direction. It can either go up, it can go down, but 9 times out of 10 it's loading to do something drastic. And I can show you a couple examples, right? If you check out right here, this area of consolidation, right? It was really chopping right here until it resulted into the move towards the downside. If you take this area right here, consolidation, chopping, 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 until it ultimately resulted into all this, right? So that's just the name of the game, especially for Bitcoin and how it likes to move, right? If I take this right here, if you see all this price action right here, we eventually broke to the downside. That's what consolidation does. All this right here, we eventually broke towards the upside, right? All this right here, we eventually broke to the downside, right? And so as you can see, guys, that's what happens. All this right here, we resulted in all of this. So that's just basically, what happens when you consolidate. But back to the point of me saying, okay, what happens if we break this area, which is our range low at 60K? We could come back and test this area right here, which is around 52K, which is this area right here. We could grab some support right here, but then again, it is a key level, but is it really, right? You have this over here, you have this right here, you have this right here, and you have this. So 1, 2, 3, you have 4 times on the weekly, right? But you also have this right here, this area right here, which is going to be the 42K area. So you have all this price action right here. You have this rejection right here. You have this movement right here, this right here, this right here, right here, and right here. And you can see the difference, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one's stronger? Of course, the one with 7 attempts. So all I'm saying basically is don't rule this area out. If we break past this 60K area, and definitely if we break past this this deviation that we already set right here, we could look to these lows right here and these lows right here. Now, anything lower than that, don't get me wrong, it's crypto, it can happen, but I personally don't really see it happening, right? But that is if this area fails. So if we scroll back to the daily and just see what type of indicators do we have just to support our theory, we have the Ichimoku cloud, of course, and as you can see, this Ichimoku cloud is has expanded and it looks pretty strong as far as support. So I would say anything between this range right here is golden for Bitcoin. It could also come down here. You really don't want to see it come down here because the price decides to reach this level, we could go lower. That's just off the strength that we already broke down here once. We broke out of this deviation. We tested here, and if we break again, it doesn't look too good, right? But again, as you can see, this area lines up here at 60K. So it's a good zone basically. That's on the daily. If we scroll to the EMA ribbon, you can see that price has broken through our daily EMA ribbon, and despite it not being expanded, it still broke through. And one of the things that I noticed, just basically, let me cut that back on. Basically, throughout this bull run since November of 2022, we have seen multiple deviations below this range. If we start here, when price got up, we can see one deviation here resulting in a move up. Deviation here below the EMA ribbon resulted up. Deviation here resulted up below, resulted all the way up here, came below, resulted all the way up here. So as you can see, it's happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times really, where price is broken below the EMA ribbon. So I'm not really too much concerned about it. I'm really concerned about how we really respond from breaking this level, right? So anywhere in this range could be good, right? And it's just the overall fact that we have been in a bullish market, in a bullish environment, right? Price says, if you really take the time to look at it, price has rose all the way up 370% from November of 2022, which is outstanding. It's actually amazing, right? And you just want to put yourself in the best position to catch the pullback. This is the pullback. This right here is the pullback, guys. This right here, anywhere in this range at the lows, these are the pullbacks. So far, since 2022 of November, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas where we could have entered for a buy, right? 6 prime positions, six intelligent money-making opportunities. Of course, you could have entered anywhere within the range, but that's just not as smart as the options that I just showed you, right? I don't think I'm pretty sure you're not gonna find any other areas than those to get a good opportunity to buy. None better. I'm sorry, right? So that leaves me with the point that okay, here it's just poised to be the next level to grab support at, right? If we catch this, I might be interested in buying from that level, right? I'll just have to see again how price really respects this level. Does it respond quickly as far as buyers and whatnot? And I will also have to see what the S&P is doing. So if we scroll over here, the S&P finished off bullish. We're still reaching towards the upside, which puts all the faith into crypto that, all right now it's lagging, but when it's crypto's time to shine, it's really going to take off. So we've seen bullish momentum today. It really wasn't much, but it continued towards upside. If we go to NAS has still been poised to the upside. It looks like it finished bullish as well. And as you can see, it's been 10 days, nine days without a pullback. 9 straight days of bullish action, right? We go to the Dixie, we can see that it's slowing up, right? It caught some resistance right here at 105.7. So it may be primed to move back towards the downside, which it has for the last couple of days, for the last 3 days actually. And for the fourth day, we're just waiting to see, how it wants to respond, right? We caught a nice bounce off this support zone, and it resulted up, but does it have enough strength to break these highs? If it doesn't, this could ultimately be a lower high, and we're still poised for this downtrend. We won't know until we test this area again and it decides what it wants to do. So that's that. If we look to the total, we tested our mid-range again, but we could still be poised to come back down to that blue box of support. We also have we already looked at Bitcoin, but let's look at Ethereum. Look at Ethereum. Price has bounced off this support zone that I have at 3.4K right now. This whole zone right here is going to be my support level. If Bitcoin continues to drop, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back and touch the 3.3K area and grab support there. Let's see how our hourly Ichimoku cloud lines up. It's lining up well right here, so I like that. It has also extended above, but again, I just like the fact that all this support right here lines up. So that might be a good buying opportunity. It's not altcoins time to shine yet, so you gotta be patient. And this right here, my friend, has also dipped below this EMA ribbon, but we can also see it continue back down. And as I mentioned previously, what happens when price enters below the ribbon is bound for an upward move. Boom, upwards, boom, upwards, boom, upwards, boom, upwards, boom, upwards. Boom, upwards. So that's just basically what I'm seeing. Y'all have tuned into another video, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with Big Funyuns once again. We got some more stuff coming. If you're interested, if you like the video, if you're impressed with the information that you're getting, if you're satisfied with it, go ahead and like the video, comment, say something. Big Funyuns in the comments, please. We got merch coming soon. Everything's going to be rolling. We're going to catch up with y'all in the next one. All right.